Hi everyone, this is Lee. Welcome to my channel. If you want to see videos about indie game development, consider subscribing, then you won't miss anything. Let's get started. I have been working on some changes based on the feedback from the previous playtest. I know it is important to get feedback as early as possible, but I still wish I could do it earlier. If you haven't done it, really consider starting the playtest. I share what I have learned from playtest. You can check the video on the screen. Now let's get back to the game development this week. Some feedback is that the game is a bit slow. It would be better that the speed of the movement can be increased. For a turn-based strategy game, the pace is already slow comparing to other type of game. So I think it is totally fine to speed up the movement. Because no one wants to wait too long till they can control the hero to take actions. Now that's how it looks like. One of the feedback I got is that the light's too bright for the dungeon. Because that's how it looks like when people talk about dungeon. Well, maybe different people different preference, but I think it makes sense here. When the scene is too bright, it may ruin the atmosphere. So I play around with the light in post-process as a dark feeling to the game. Now that's how it looks like. One of the important interactive items in the game is explosion barrel, but I made an issue when I decide to trigger the explosion barrel. Sometimes I forget the damage range, which means I may get the other hero get hurt. So I decided to add the damage range effect, just like this. Then the other hero should not enter the red zone when to trigger the explosion barrel. I have added some traps in the game. You can check the videos on screen about all the other traps I added into the game. But I still want to add something that will give the player more satisfaction. Then I recall when I played this game, one of the enemies is pretty strong. Normally it would take a lot of time to beat them, but one day I figured out that we can keep them off from the edge, which will beat them very fast. I still remember it is a very enjoyable moment when I found this trick. Then I decided to add one trap like this in the game. When the enemy get close to the pit trap, you will see the gate is open to indicate this area is dangerous, and the enemy can fall off and get burned. If the player accidentally chooses to attack the enemy using the melee attack, then you will trigger a powerful kick, just like this. Yes, I can set up some tough enemy in the game. Hope the player can figure out this trick to beat them very fast. Same as before, I still insist to build a new level every week. Sometimes I will come back to refine the level to put some more details. I normally put some new features, mechanics, or enemies in each level. Sometimes I just combine all these factors together and see if I can come out some new interesting gameplay, so the player will experience something new on each level. When I have finished all of this, it comes to Friday night. I accidentally watched the first episode of Stranger Things Season 3, and I finished watching the whole season that night. If you'd like to see how I add new enemies in the game, you can check this video on the screen. I also share some tips about indie game development and running game development channel. You may find them helpful. I will leave the link in the description below. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time.